Are kids social enough, or are electronics causing kids to lose that social activeness? I believe children these days are so focused on seeing what people are doing on social media and playing games on the internet that they only communicate over social media instead of interacting in person and don't get the exercise they need to stay healthy. According to the article, too much screen time and too little outside play is holding back kids states that parents are often told they need to get their kids outside to play to combat childhood obesity, which is more widespread than ever. But outside play isn't only important in combating childhood obesity, but also too much screen time does more than just make our kids unhealthy. I babysit every summer to make extra money, and I notice that parents usually just give kids an iPad to stay calm or if they're being bad, instead of giving them these consequences which help them learn manners and good behaviors. Kids should have limited media use to avoid obesity, avoid risky behaviors, and to avoid negative effects on their school performance. The effects to the problem, children are spending too much time on electronics, is obesity, which is a big factor that can lead from being on electronics too much. Kids stay locked in a bedroom playing their video games, and they don't get outside to get the exercise they need to keep themselves healthy. Kids these days are so into their electronics, it has come to a big issue that kids are becoming obese from not getting or from not eating right and staying on the electronics 24/7. Another effect of being on electronics too much is the risky behavior they start to grasp from all they have seen or looked up on the internet. Kids being on the internet too much could expose them to unsuitable information, photos, and videos they shouldn't see and give them bad ideas or bad dreams that could make it harder for them to sleep. Also, seeing certain posts people are putting on their social media that are not appropriate give others the wrong ideas. Finally, the last effect to this problem is negative effects on their school performance. It's very important for kids to get their education, and if they're on their electronics and not doing their homework, it could affect their grades. Kids playing video games and being on electronics makes them feel like they need to keep their minds active all the time. Their stimuli is used to being active, so when it comes to learning and listening in the class, they get distracted more easily and don't have the patience to focus on their homework. They also risk losing that longer attention span to learn and listen to improve their academic grades. Additionally, kids not getting enough sleep can reduce their participation in class and can affect kids to have a negative attitude, less focus, and affect other aspects of their behavior for the next day. Kids need their sleep and more of it than adults, because losing the 1 hour of sleep can get them over the edge and become very moody. Kids using electronics distracts them from studying for tests, doing their homework, and paying attention in class. This also affects their social conversation at school. Kids always have something to say when it comes to social media, but when it comes in person conversations, they forget how to interact with others in real life. The solution to the first effect of the problem, children spending too much time on electronics, is to prevent obesity from happening within children. Having parents get their kids to take breaks in between certain hours of the day to play outside or play a sport can keep them active and get the exercise they need. Especially if the kid gets to pick the activities they're able to do, they'll be more engaged and more eager to want to get some exercise. The solution to risky behaviors is to prohibit some internet access to where they can research or play the games they want without seeing inappropriate things. Also, taking away electronic devices an hour before bed and having other options like reading is a good way for kids to rest from screens and settle down. Lastly, the solution for negative effects on their school performance is not to multitask, like listening to music while doing homework, to focus more and not get distracted. Also, it would help for the parents to take away electronic devices until the kids get their homework and studying done. Kids getting more sleep will help them have the mindset to listen and participate in class the next day. In conclusion, kids having too much screen time and not enough outside play time is affecting their development, like not being very social or interacting with others around them. They're being glued to their objects and not focusing on education, and not getting the exercise they need to stay healthy. Kids need to have an active lifestyle, certain restrictions, and more sleep to help them do well in school and make good grades. And be able to have a good social life and have the self-esteem and confidence to communicate to others in person and not just by screen.